Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Show It Better. My name is Steven, and in today's video we're going to learn how to create this urban oblique axonometric drawing using V-Ray, SketchUp, and Photoshop. So let's start. Okay, so this is more of a time lapse than a tutorial. It's more like one of my old videos. I wanted to return to that format because there's not like a new concept right here. The only new thing that I wanted to try out was the oblique type of drawing. Well, I found this plugin in SketchUp called Landscape AXONOMETRIC. I will leave the link down below, or the name down below. And what it does is you put an angle in of the right, like an angle in the right part and an angle in the left part, and it will transform your image to fit that specific angle. So it kind of gives you like a true oblique drawing, which is something very interesting because it's something that you can't do with SketchUp, and I think with many 3D model programs, I think only with Rhino. And so I did this. Then after I did this with my urban image, I rendered it out and I imported it in Photoshop. Then I did, the same thing as always, as overlaying the clay rendering with the lines, then with the shadows, also exporting textures and other things from SketchUp. And after this, I just started importing a ton of trees, about, I don't know, like 10 types of trees, because it's like an urban park, so it has to have a lot of diversity in its trees. And I just started importing them, then I just placed them all around. And after that, I, just fixed up some little things. But honestly, to be really honest, these are not very hard or new concepts. This is not like any very grand idea that I've invented right here. It's just some exploring, some personal exploring I've been doing, and I just wanted to do it. And I was like, let's just record this, and I'll show you guys the process of how it's done. I don't want to show the 3-hour video because it was 3 hours, but 2 of them were about just doodling with trees, turning layers on and off, and it just wasn't really worth it to make a full tutorial on how to do this because it's very simple. Honestly, the things that I did in this tutorial was just import different kinds of trees, scale them, and that was it. And I think the essence of this is in the oblique drawing, right? And many of you may think this is the same as any axonometric drawing that I've done before, but the difference is that one of the angles is totally at 0, right? So you guys can Google oblique cavalier drawing in Google, and you will see the angle types, that it's 0 and 45 or 0 and 45, that has that's like actually measurable if you print it at scale. So it's very unique, and I think it's very kind of old school in some way, because it's something that I saw Cool Halls use a lot, and some Japanese artists use a lot. I really like this kind of style. I want to develop it more in different kinds of scales, like in a more architectural scale and then in a big city scale, because I think these images look kind of interesting. And this is not the typical axonometric that goes in both angles, but there's just one angle that is important, and this is like the either the right angle or the left angle, and that is it. So it makes it very interesting and very technical in some way. Like if you show this kind of drawing to your drawing teacher that it's from studied in the 90s, he will know what this kind of drawing is. And that's what's interesting about it. It's not just a normal axonometric, like a normal axonometric that you just whip out from SketchUp like all the past videos. If you guys want to see this video a bit slower, the YouTube has many options where you can slow the video down, but it's not going to be any different. It's very basic, but I think sometimes the very basic steps that we repeat over and over again and that we sometimes take for granted can make us create very cool and interesting images, right? So these are steps that I've repeated for many images, but some of them don't look as good as this one. Well, at least I thought it looked interesting. But again, if I use these same steps and I have, better resolution images, a better 3D model, a better idea, a better composition idea, it may look even better than this image. So it's something that you know, it's the same steps, it's the same procedures, the same technique, but we have always different results. And I just want to, you know, just let you guys, leave you guys with this video. I hope you guys like the video, watching the video. I want to leave you, you know, with some background, classical music, or whatever music I put over here, which I think is interesting as well, just to listen to it. And that is it. If you guys want to see, in case you want to see the whole 3D video, the 3-hour video, which I've cut down to 1 hour 30, which is a little bit more, a little bit quicker. And if you want to have access to this PSD file, which I don't know if maybe you want access to the palm trees, the other trees that are over there, which you want to import to your drawings, or the cars, whatever, you can go to my Patreon page. You can have access to all the files and videos of all the past year approximately, and yeah, and then you will be supporting the channel, and it'll be very interesting. But yeah, I wanted to return to my old format of videos, you know, not for everyone, but maybe it's just for these kind of videos, which are just creating different types of images. You guys already know the process, you guys already know the techniques, because if you don't know them, then you can search in all my channel. I have tons and tons of videos explaining the same things all over again on the clay rendering, on importing textures, etc, etc, etc. So there's no need to keep on explaining them, but it's very interesting sometimes to see a time-lapse video of a process, because maybe it opens your eyes, and it tells you, you know, hey, I could do the same process I could do it in this way or in this other way. So it might be interesting. And yeah.
Deine Zauber binden wieder
So this is the final result, and I really like this final result. At the end, I made all the trees very like homogeneous kind of style, like they all have the same green hue. And you know, you don't see any trees that are like kind of yellowish or kind of bluish, but they all have the same green hue. And then when you get closer up, you see some very interesting patterns and textures that are with the building that I added, like this over here, with the trees as well, and with the road. So you have very interesting patterns that kind of give like a interesting texture to the image. And then you have this nice shadow that makes it a little bit more like a cartoonish style image without losing its technicality. And its technicality just gives it with the angle. So as you guys can see, this is the angle I'm talking about, 0 and 45 degrees, which if you sometimes want to get very technical, you know, there must be some kind of configuration for this to be at scale, which you could measure. You could like actually measure this in real time, which would be very, very interesting. But yeah, I like this image. Like if you press Control 1 for real size, it doesn't look pixelated. It looks in a very good quality. You know, with these urban images, maybe what I would have done different is I would have done it about, I don't know, about 3 times bigger. So if I was, I don't know, close up over here, these things wouldn't start to look like pixelated, because this image is like good, like just about here and back. But if you go a little bit closer, it starts to get a little bit weird. So, but I think this angle works. Like if you look at this, if you print this in real size, which can be about, I don't know, which can be about 50 centimeters approximately wide, it could be very, very interesting. Like let's see, Control R, centimeters. Okay, 125 centimeters by 70 centimeters. So this is like kind of a big image, and it would look very, very interesting. So yeah, I really like making this image. If you want to see all the, you know, these kind of old style videos, come back, comment down below what did you think of the image. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.